Hi guys, and happy Saturday. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful Saturday. We're having a storm, but it's like 70 degrees out, so I don't know. So it feels great out there, but it's like intermittently pouring, so it's not a beautiful day by any means. Tomorrow the temperature's supposed to drop dramatically, and then Monday and Tuesday it's going to be glorious again, so I can get back in the yard. That's my plan right now. So anyway, I hope you've been having a beautiful week. Yesterday I did a little bit of running around. I had to go to Walmart. I had to get Vaji's food. I had to get one of these things, a new one of these for my hoses outside. Because last time I bought the silver metal one. And it leaks this year. It didn't last. So I got the brass one this time. Hopefully that'll make a difference. I think it's more heavy duty. I went to the farmer's market. I went to the Dollar Tree. I got some flowers for my kitty planter outside. His flowers were super faded. He really needed a new arrangement, so I did one for him. And then I stopped in the local thrift. Found some pretty cool things, some pretty fun things. I found this. It's so funny. Still sealed. Saturday Night Live. More cowbell. Cowbell and stick. Very fun. More cowbell. We definitely have a running joke about cowbells at Record King. I got this beautiful Sterling Forest Gardens Tuxedo, New York picture. This is definitely vintage. And Sterling Forest is where the Renaissance Festival was. The New York Renaissance Festival every year that I went to. I think it might still be held at Sterling Forest. I'm not sure. But it's a really beautiful place, and my grandmother used to collect pictures. I still have a couple of her pictures. But this is perfect, because it's the kind she used to get. Little pictures, like places she visited and things like that. So, very, very beautiful. I was happy with that. I found a very creepy anonymous mask. Oh my god, this is so fun for the music room. This is a really creepy one. When you look online at the anonymous people, they're wearing this very mask, and it's really creepy. So hopefully this was never worn by a hacker or a protester or whatever, or an anonymous person. But that is pretty fun. You know me and masks. And I found this. This is so awesome for the yard. Look at the size of this. It's a huge Dia de los Muertos statue with 3 sugar skulls. Look at that. It's so colorful and beautiful. Isn't that great? I was really excited about it. Super colorful for the Atomic Universe yard, I think. Very fun. So that was that. And then I came home and I watched the Beatles and India documentary. Excellent documentary. And, you know, it's the era when they were all into the Maharishi, and when George started getting interested in the sitar. In fact, Paul was very interested in the sitar also. I didn't know that. They both bought sitars in India. And George just continued on with it. He just kept buying them. And it was a fascinating documentary. Something very different for Beatles fans. I really enjoyed it. They followed the Maharishi until I think his name was Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, something like that. I have that album. I tried to find it last night, but you know, like my organization system is so bad that I would have to go through everything. But I did see it recently, so I know it's around. Because on the back of that album, it actually says the spiritual advisor of the Beatles. I guess to sell the album back in the day. But very, very interesting documentary. They followed him until they discovered that he was like sleeping with the pretty women that came to visit him. So they thought that, you know, that then it all turned to, you know, they were like, well, if he's preaching this chaste life of poverty and he's sleeping with all the pretty women, that's not really cool. So they were kind of disenchanted with him. But through that entire time, George became very good friends with Ravi Shankar, and they worked together for years, so very fun. I got one Amazon thing, and this is great. This is the second edition of the NEMS and the Business of Selling Beatles Merchandise in the U.S. 1964 to 66. This is absolutely incredible. This shows all the Beatles merchandise that was marketed back in the day. Some of it you can't even believe they were making. It's just, if you could find half of this stuff, it would be incredible. You know, Beatle boots, they were actually advertised as Beatle boots. Just everything you could think of, from scarves and bows to Ben Cooper Halloween costumes to Beatles hairspray. Oh my God. Jewelry, of course, glasses. Of course, all the dolls. Me and my brother had these. We had all four. But last time we went up in the attic, we don't know where they went. My mother probably did a clean out years ago. This is so fascinating. I went page by page last night. All the 45 cases and other record cases and makeup cases and lunch boxes, and of course the flip your wig game. Everything is in here. So if you're fascinated by that kind of stuff, it's called NEMS and the Business of Selling Beatles Merchandise in the U.S. 1964 to 66 by Terry Crane. I believe this guy usually has a table at Beatle Fest. I'll have to ask Peter when he comes back. But he's at Beatle Fest right now, and he's having a very fun time. Like, look at those. Look at those. I want those. I've never seen them on eBay or anything like that. The Beatles wigs are in here. I'm pretty sure Raymond has a Beatles wig still in its package. Anything that you can think of, and a lot more that you probably don't even know about. Like, they had ice pops, Beatle ice pops, you know, ice cream pops, whatever you call them. Just everything. It's so fun. So, in honor of Beatle Fest, I'm wearing my John Lennon memorial button. And this morning on Sirius XM, the Beatles station, they have the Fab Forum, because Peter called in to Tom Frangione, I think, and I think Dennis Elsis and Tom Frangione. So he called in, and I had some things to talk about. So I listened to that this morning, because it was like the third caller in, so it wasn't, you know, it was right in the beginning. So it was really fun to listen to him chatting about Paul and why a Ringo box set hasn't been done yet, things like that. Just really fun. So today, it was raining pretty hard this morning. Then it let up for a little while. So I said, all right, let me run out to the Passaic Thrift real quick and just walk around. And I went over there. One parking space open. But I grabbed it. Nothing like Patterson. I couldn't even begin to start driving around that parking lot until someone left. No way. And it wasn't a really nice day that day, so I didn't want to walk down from Home Depot. So, and with such chaos on the street alongside it and the parking lot because nobody could find parking spaces, I didn't want to get killed by a vehicle that wasn't paying attention, you know. So, so today I did. I found a parking spot in Passaic, and I found one thing in the thrift, and the elevator was broken, so I had to do the stairs. And the stairs are really scary there. They're these big open metal stairs, 2 flights, and I try not to look down when I go up or down because it makes you dizzy. They are crazy, scary stairs. So whenever I go there, I do take the elevator. Even though the elevator is almost just as scary. It's like a really old freight elevator, and half the time it's broken down. So you're probably better off taking the scary stairs, but it doesn't appeal to me. It just really scares me. But anyway, I found one thing there, and it was this beautiful cast iron nipper. Look, Raymond, the cast iron nipper. Look at that. I love him. He's absolutely beautiful. I have a bunch of nippers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 5. Now I have 6 with him. Most of my nippers came from the antique phonograph show, but I found this nipper today. I was so excited. Look at him. His master's voice nipper with his little head tilted, listening to the speaker. So cute. So I was pretty happy about that. Very, very happy about that. I'm always looking for music-related things when I go to the thrifts. And they're few and far between, but, you know, I have found some over time, and this was a great find. So, can you see? Can you see the Bouzouki in this frame? I don't know if you can, but there's the bridge on it. It's really beautiful. Here's the Beatles pictures I got last week. Can you see those? I don't know. I love them. So, that's about it. Peter's texting every so often to tell me what's next, you know, what he's doing over there, what he's finding. He wanted me to go, but I could not go. They want close to $90 a day to get into that thing. And to me, the most interesting part of the whole thing would be the vendor room. So I'm not going to pay them $90 to get in the door to spend money in the vendor room. You know what I mean? That to me is ridiculous. And a lot of these shows are getting really expensive. I remember Chiller Theater used to be, I think it used to be $40-something. Like the last time me and Skeety went, he paid $49 a person. And I think it's up to close to $80 now. So how, you know, and that's another show that I go to for the vendors. Because you can buy some really cool things at Chiller. And I'm sure you can buy really cool Beatles stuff at Beatlefest, but there's no way I could pay $90 to walk in the door. I don't know. Like Saturday, today goes, like last night, Peter checked in at 3. Things go on till midnight. And then all day today, again till midnight, 1 a.m. I'm an early to bed person. I get up really early. I go to bed really early. There's no way I'd make it as far as midnight. No way. And then Sunday it winds down. I don't know when it ends. 5, 6, 8. I don't know. But still, that's just too many hours for me to be at any one place. I get really antsy. But I would love to go through the vendor room. And they told me that after COVID, the vendors, they cut down the vendors dramatically. Like there was a lot less vendors than years before. And it's probably because if they're charging people $90 a day to get in that thing, you can imagine what they're charging the vendors for a table. And I think a lot of people are like, you know what, eBay, that's the way to go, you know. But years ago with the big vendor rooms, I would have probably went nuts. Because that's what I like to do at those things, you know. Shop around, see what kind of cool records you could get, memorabilia, whatever. So anyway, guys, that's about it. This thing is really cool. It's huge and colorful. So it'll go in the yard. I need to get a lawnmower. I went to look at lawnmowers the other day. They're so expensive. I can't even believe it. Because I want a battery, like a rechargeable battery one. And they want, Home Depot wants like $469 to $500. And Harbor Freight had one for $200. But it doesn't include the battery, the charger. I mean, so, all right, so you see, the $200, like, draws you to the store. You're like, wow, that's really a good deal, you know? And then you get there and you find out you got to buy two $90 batteries and the charger for $49.99. So I was like, wow, you know? I didn't want to get a gas one because I can't pull that thing. I can't, that's what I used to have. And I can't pull it anymore. It's like, I know they have push button starts, but I don't like carrying gas in a container in the car. So I wanted a battery one. I didn't want a plug-in one. Craig has a plug-in one, and he said he's run over his cord so many times that the cord goes down about this much every time he has to fix it. That cracks me up. I just figured a cordless rechargeable would be the easiest way to go if you didn't want gas, and no wire to run over or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get that. Vaji has a vet appointment April 25th. That'll probably be $300 right there. It's just yeah, lawnmower's going to have to wait. But, anyway, guys, I think that's about it. Hope you're having a magical, mystical, musical Saturday. Comment, subscribe, spread that love. Tink merch below. Radio Tink podcast link below. Till next time, remember, I love you all, and I'll see you really soon.